Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you my Thanksgiving salad. I make it every year for Thanksgiving as a first course because everybody loves it and it is one of the best salads ever. It's super simple and easy to make, but it looks fancy, tastes even better, and you're going to love it. Before we get started, of course, let's go over the ingredients. You're going to need some washed and dried baby arugula, some radicchio, some endive, some sweet potatoes that I have peeled, washed, and chopped, some bacon, some pecans, shallot, Dijon mustard, white wine vinegar, olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's it. Now this is the salad I use as my main course, or as my first course for my Thanksgiving dinner. I always like to have a few things for appetizers before, of course, the big meal. And this is one of the things that's waiting on everybody's table and everybody's plate by the time they sit down. When you think of a salad for a first course, you're thinking of just horrible iceberg lettuce and overripe cherry tomatoes or regular tomatoes, but this is a salad worth having for a first course, I promise. Now, first thing you want to do is get your oven hot to 450 because we're going to roast the sweet potatoes. You can do this exact same recipe with butternut squash if you don't have sweet potatoes, but this is awesome. Now these are my best friends around the holidays because I hate cleanup, and this is something that I can just use, throw it away, and right now they are dirt cheap because of course everybody's buying them. It's the holiday. So that's where I do all my baking and roasting in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put in our sweet potatoes that I have cut up into about 1-inch cubes. Put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Season it with salt and pepper. Just mix this all together. And I'm going to just put this, make sure it's all one layer too so that they roast and not steam. Now I'm going to just put this into the oven for about half an hour or so, or until they're really nice and roasted. And then we're going to finish our salad. Now this is endive. Now endive is a type of lettuce, really. It's really nice and bitter, which I really like. Now something I want to really stress with you is that a perfect dish is not just a balance of flavors. It's just also a balance of textures and also a balance of different kinds of flavor. Like against the sweet potato that's roasting, it's going to be really, really sweet because all the flavor concentrates. We're going to have some peppery arugula, some bitter radicchio, some bitter endive. We're going to have some crunch from the pecans right up top. And then we're going to make a really delicious, so good, bacon dressing just to go over the top. It'll be nice and warm. It'll start to wilt the greens ever so slightly. It's a great, great salad. Now, this endive, what I do is I cut the bottom off, and then I don't cut this. I love different shapes because it makes it look so fancy when you plate it. So what I do is just pull it apart just like so, and this you're gonna have to just fiddle with. And this is kind of like my way of making something so simple look fancy. You're just giving it a different look, So also radicchio is a great, of course, Italian. You all know about radicchio. It's bitter, it's delicious. I use it in everything from pasta to doing it grilled, you name it. But in here, it's gonna go really great against the sweet of the sweet potato. So same thing, I'm kind of cutting it into wedges like that, and it makes little boat shapes, which is great for catching that delicious warm bacon shallot dressing. Yeah, that's right, warm bacon shallot dressing. How bad can that possibly be? And once you make this and you serve it as a first course, everyone will want to know the recipe. So I'm just gonna peel this right in here. I have a little skillet here over medium-high heat. It's been preheating. It's nice and hot. Just going to add in my bacon, and I'm going to let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's nice and crispy. My bacon is perfect, so now I'm just going to use a slotted spoon and just remove it, making sure not to take any of the bacon grease with me because this is what I'm going to build my dressing in. So now to that, I'm going to add in my shallot that I have just chopped up nice and small, and I'm going to let this cook for about a minute or so, or until it starts to cook down and become soft. That looks awesome. Now we're going to add some Dijon mustard. This is going to add tanginess. This is going to add great texture. And stand back because it can splatter, so do be careful. And then we're going to add some white wine vinegar. As much or as little as you like. And that's it. Now immediately I want to put the hot dressing over my lettuce and just let it sit there for about 30 seconds and then we'll mix them all. Now I'm going to add my sweet potatoes that are nice and roasted right on top, and then I'm going to just mix everything together. That looks perfect. Now I'm just going to pile this high on my plate. Just make sure you don't, you're kind of careful of the sweet potatoes. You don't want to mash them up as you're tossing this. But you see the different textures, the different colors. It all makes a perfect, perfect dish. Put that up. Now I'm going to top it with some of the crispy bacon, of course, and some pecans that I have just toasted in a small skillet, and then I just take them in my hands and just lightly crush them. Just like that. The lettuce leaves are starting to wilt because everything was warm that we put on them, which is what you want to do. My mouth is watering. I'm so looking forward to this. Once you make the salad, you will totally understand why this is the first course to my Thanksgiving dinner. It's delicious, tastes so sophisticated, it's so easy to put together, and guess what? Everybody loves it every time. Every time. They never get disappointed when they see this. On the money. Go to www.laurenkitchen.com to get the recipe and make it at home for your Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. To someone you know as a first course, when you think of for a salad as the main course. Sorry, that was I was like okay. Sorry. Jiggy.